Today I'm going to give you the top 5 long-range options in Warzone for Season 3. This will include builds for every map and playstyle. Some will be very easy to use, some will be a little more difficult, but they do more damage. And don't worry, I'll show every build on the screen. You can just pause it and copy the attachments. And these rankings are based off their damage at 40 meters plus, which is the most important for long range, and also how they just feel in the game. So at 5, we have the Kilo 141. Now out of all of these options, its damage does come in last, but it is really accurate. So if you don't have the Grau unlocked from the battle pass set, you get this Kilo just for logging in. And it's also really good for Resurgence. It has really good mid-range and close-range damage as well. So if you're on Resurgence and want that low recoil option, this is for you. Okay, for the scope, I highly recommend using this Reflex. This is just the cleanest scope in the game in my opinion. For the muzzle, use the monolithic suppressor. This gives you extra range and velocity while also giving you that suppression off the radar. Use this gain twist barrel to increase the bullet velocity, and use the vertical foregrip for recoil control. And as we go through this, a lot of the ARs in this are going to be built very similarly just because these are the best attachments you can put on. At 4, we have the Grau, which is just a conversion kit for the SWAT 556. When you fire this, it literally doesn't move, and you also don't need a scope for it. Now for damage, it comes in 3rd, so even though it doesn't have the highest damage, if you're someone who prefers low recoil and you're hitting more of your shots with this is the better option. Okay, here's the build for the Grau. This is built a little different because the SWAT 556 can't have another barrel on because it has this conversion kit instead. So first and foremost, put on this fire mod for the Grau. And then again, for the muzzle, monolithic, the vertical foregrip, and then make sure you have the full auto extended mag for the magazine. And since the iron sights are so good, you don't need a scope, just use this quick draw grip for more ADS speed. At number 3, we have the AK-47. And this weapon's stats are just insane this season. Not only does it have the best close range damage, but it's also second in long range damage. You can actually build this 2 ways. You can build it as a long range primary or as a close range secondary, like a sniper support build. Because when I tried this as a close range option with the iron sights, it was just beaming people on Rebirth. Okay, so for the long range build, you're just going to build it just like this, just like the rest of the ARs, and use this if you want to use it as a sniper support. I couldn't believe how much damage this thing was doing on Rebirth Island. Like, you can use this as an SMG on Verdansk as well. But I would say this is the best gun for Rebirth. So the changes to the build you're making are you're taking off the optic and you're taking off the magazine. And instead you're putting on the ergonomic grip. This will just speed up the weapon and it'll give you better speeds overall just to make it feel like a little closer to an SMG. And same with this balance stock. It increases all the movement speeds in the game. And since it's an SMG and it does such high damage, you really don't need that extended mag. You should be reloading after 1 or 2 knocks anyways, so it's more than enough with 30. And for as much damage as this AK does, I'm surprised with how little recoil it had when I was using it. And to no surprise, this is the best AR in the game, especially if you're playing on Verdansk, just because this has the best long range damage in Warzone. Now, it's not the best as you can see here for medium to short range, so if you're on Rebirth, I really wouldn't recommend using this. If you look at that medium to extended long range, this thing just absolutely beams. Now it does have a little more recoil, I would say, compared to the rest of these builds I've given, but that's a trade-off for its high damage. And again, this is the build for the Amax, just like the rest of the ARs in the game. You can always swap out the extended mag 1 for extended mag 2 if you're on bigger team modes. Now that's it for ARs, but the number 1 option overall for long range in the entire game is the HDR. This was brought back from Warzone 1, and this thing can one-shot any range in the game. And this is number 1 just because of how broken it is. If you go to a rooftop on Verdansk, you can get so many kills just looking down and hitting people that aren't even looking back at you. Okay, for the muzzle, we have the monolithic, and we also have this gain twist barrel for the velocity. Use this lightweight bipod to decrease the sway while you're ADS, and use the quick draw grip to lower your ADS speed. And then lastly, throw on these overpressured rounds just to increase the velocity of your shots. And just as a reminder, the HDR, Amax, and Grau are all in the battle pass if you don't have those unlocked yet. So this is just the top 5 meta for long range, and I just make quick videos for Warzone players of all skill levels, so make sure to subscribe if you want to help the channel. And that'll be it. Peace.